Why the US dropped atomic bombs instead of invading Japan. By 1945, World War II in Europe was over, but the war in the Pacific was far from finished. Japan had lost most of its navy, its air force was crippled, and its cities were being heavily bombed. Yet the Japanese government refused to surrender. American military planners prepared for a full invasion of Japan, known as Operation Downfall. It would have been the largest amphibious invasion in history, but intelligence reports painted a grim picture. Japan was mobilizing civilians, including women and children, to resist invasion. Military leaders expected massive casualties on both sides, potentially hundreds of thousands of American deaths and millions of Japanese casualties. The fighting at Iwo Jima and Okinawa reinforced those fears. Japanese forces fought almost to the last man. Suicide attacks increased. Surrender was rare. To US leaders, an invasion looked like a prolonged bloodbath. At the same time, the United States had developed a new weapon in total secrecy, the atomic bomb. President Harry Truman was presented with a brutal choice: invade Japan and risk catastrophic losses, or use a weapon so destructive it might shock Japan into immediate surrender. On August 6, 1945, the US dropped an atomic bomb on Hiroshima. 3 days later, a second bomb was dropped on Nagasaki. The devastation was unprecedented. Entire cities were destroyed in moments. Shortly afterward, Japan surrendered. Supporters of the decision argue the bombs ended the war quickly and ultimately saved lives by preventing a drawn-out invasion. Critics argue Japan was already close to surrender and that using atomic weapons against civilians crossed an irreversible moral line. The decision to use atomic bombs didn't just end World War II, it ushered the world into the nuclear age and created a debate that still divides people today. Was it the fastest way to end the war, or a tragedy that should never have happened?